You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Oh, have I got your attention now?
For lack of a better word, it's good.
You know what I mean?
Money to be made in a place like this. Money never sleeps, pal.
You're crazy.
You know what it takes to sell real estate?
It takes brass.
I'm falling, and I can't get up.
All right, welcome to Money Never Sleeps, the show where we talk about anything and everything that impacts the flow of money from around the corner to around the world. And I know it's been a little bit since we had the last show, and we're going to try to make this more frequent as we move forward. There are a lot of things to talk about. You know, there are a lot of things going on politically and geopolitics. You have a lot of things going on with particular stocks, whether it be in technology, manufacturing, so on and so forth, agriculture, oil, things of that nature. You have a lot of new issues coming out, and you have a lot of activity going on in the crypto space. And what I want to do for this show, this is not going to be a long show today, but what I want to do is keep the topic on crypto. Because I think, and I've been posting this on social media, and if you follow me on social media, you'll hear a lot of the daily rants or comments that I have to make in regards to certain topics. And one of those topics is crypto. You have a lot of things going on. You have a lot of these ICOs, and I think in 2017, I think that the number of ICOs and the capital that was raised was somewhere, I don't know, I think it was about 3 billion, 3.5 billion. 2008 alone, I believe the number was north of 8 billion, maybe 9 billion. Okay, and the thing that throws me off, and it just really throws me off, is that you have a lot of these ICOs that have come out. All right, and I think investors, they're trying to get in on the ground floor. I'm just making it clear for people. With these ICOs, no platform has been built yet. Nothing has been done yet. So basically, they're raising capital based on their idea, their quote-unquote white paper idea, their sales material, what they see. Okay, you have a lot of these cryptos that are coming out, and they really don't serve a purpose. You have to solve a problem. You have to when you're creating these platforms, you have to look at what is the next level of things. How are you going to solve a couple of problems? How are you going to save individuals or businesses money by utilizing what you have? What's the utility? I ask people, I get approached all the time with these ICOs, and I don't get involved in ICOs because at the end of the day, unless it's solving some sort of problem, I ask, what's the utility? What is it being used for? What are you doing that's different than anyone else? If you cannot answer that question, if you're mimicking Bitcoin and you're doing things of that nature, then what are you doing? What are you doing? You think you're going to have a better Bitcoin? You think you're going to have a better Ethereum? You think you're going to have a better thing there? They exist. Okay, there are a lot of other deals out there that make more sense. Without the utility, there becomes an issue with longevity. Okay, so no utility, there's not going to be any longevity. I don't see it. And this is why with the issues that I'm involved with, there's a utility there. Okay, like Pecu Novus, there's a utility there. There's an escrow system in place. It's utilized for business transactions, and that's the basic reason why it was built in the first place. It was never an ICO. No capital was raised outside of a select group of people that the developers that put their effort, put their money behind their mouths, and got it out and built it. And got it out, and is being utilized for business transactions, and is going to be growing more and more as more and more businesses learn about this. Okay, a lot, you have investors that are investing in it because they see the growth potential. Okay, and at the end of the day, the growth potential of any coin is what you want to look at. You want to look at the utility. What is it being utilized for? Okay, if it's not being utilized for much, then you have to really think, what is it for at that point? And if you can't answer that, or you can't get that answer, then you have to question, what are you doing? What are you investing in? Okay, and that's our basic reason, and my basic reason for being involved in Pecu Novus. And I would urge people to learn a little more about it, because it's being enhanced, especially now, that and press releases have been put out about it. This is public information. But Megahoot is now the caretaker of the Pecu Novus network. They're dealing with all the new development. They're dealing with all the maintenance of it and the enhancements and things like that. And there are a lot of good things going on. And I know that there are some enhancements in the works for the wallet, the Pecu Novus wallet. So that's going to be interesting. I want to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin for a second. Over the past few days, Bitcoin, I think, jumped up about $1,000 over the past few days. All right. I think that, what people have to look at with Bitcoin, again, it's the grandmother of them all. This is what started everything, but there's definitely a utility there. People utilize it, for, microtransactions. Some cases they're using it for larger transactions. You have some people that want to only accept Bitcoin for luxury items, so on and so forth. And right now it's at the bottom of the range. Do I see it going? You have some advocates that see it going to 50,000. Okay, do I see it going there? Some people see it going to 100,000. Okay, I think that you're going to find a trading range, with all the with the CFTC and all the commodity exchanges involved, and you have futures trading on it now. I think you're going to see it trade. The volatility, I don't think it's going to disappear, because that volatility is what makes it all exciting. Okay, it makes it exciting to be involved in Bitcoin. For investors that are holding on, it makes you nervous, because you never know. If you bought it at 12 and you're seeing it now, you're probably stressed out about it. But it happens, and this is why when you're looking at crypto beyond Bitcoin, you have to look at utility, stability, what is it doing? What is it for? How can it be used? And if you're an investor in it, you have to understand. You have to understand what they're doing. And if it's an ICO, God be with you, because you don't know. And one thing that I do know is that you're going to have 90% of all these cryptos within a short period of time are going to be going bye-bye, because there's no utility. You have companies changing their name to blockchain this, blockchain that. People, when you're looking at this, understand, cryptocurrency is just a layer on top of blockchain, and blockchain's another layer of other things, and blockchain itself is an accounting system. It's been around. It's not really new, but it being utilized more and more is what is new. Okay, you have a lot of brokerage firms that are going out there. They're putting together groups, to go and capitalize on blockchain. You have other notable players in the private equity space that are putting together cryptocurrency funds to go and capitalize on that. You have other notable larger PE firms, like a BlackRock. They're going, and from what I understand, they're exploring the possibility of having a crypto division. So, there are a lot of things going on that are actually legitimizing cryptocurrency. It's just like, years ago, a lot of years ago, okay, when television first came out, a lot of people, they were skeptics. They said it's a fad. Okay, nice fad. Okay, when the internet came out, they said it's never going to last. Okay, well, look at us now. I mean, without the internet, we are not connected. We live in a connected world, people. Okay, and you're going to have more and more sovereign nations over time. They're going to be converting to digital assets of their own, I'm sure. Okay, and more people are going to be utilizing digital assets. They don't want to carry paper money. Okay, and the thing is, with blockchain technology, there is an honesty there. You know, I was watching the Fed Chairman Powell on TV, and he was talking about cryptocurrency, and his comment was, you know, where's the promise? See, and that's the thing. Where's the promise? The promise is, you know, what is it for? What is it being used for? What value is there? Okay, when you have a utility for a coin and there's something else going on behind it, whether it be some assets behind it, things of that nature, things happening, you know, you have that promise. You have that promise of potential, of growth, of stability, of sustainability, of tradability. There are a lot of things there, and you got to look at it. Okay, and, you know, and again, I harped on Pecu Novus because I love it. I love what it stands for. I love what it does. I love the potential, and it's just starting to push in the right direction. Okay, that escrow feature is killer. You know, you're able to actually escrow coins, whether you're doing a $1 US dollar transaction or a $10 million US dollar transaction. Okay, you're able to put in an escrow for the deal before, you know, it gets done. Because what winds up happening, if you, let's say you're utilizing another crypto, Bitcoin, you know, Ethereum, something like that, and you go and you give it to someone, you transfer it, that's it, it's over, done. No recourse, no gimmies. You can't get it back unless they give it to you. Okay, so if they don't give it back to you, guess what? You're out of luck. So you have to look at all this stuff, you know. But go to pecunovus.com and check it out, and, you know, see what's going on with it. There are a lot of great things going on with the platform. And some things I can't talk about. The things that are public I can talk about. Okay, and also I need to make note of this, that a digital asset dividend distribution was announced, and it's going to be distributed soon. It had to be done on a particular platform, you know, so that it just can get done easily. Okay, and that platform is the Megahoot Vault. Okay, the Megahoot Vault is going to have the ability to hold. It has the ability to hold Pecu Novus coins, Megahoot coins, and very soon Bitcoin, Ethereum, other coins. I'm sure there are going to be dozens of coins that are going to be able to be held here. You know, because the vault itself is a peer-to-peer exchange. Okay, and it allows people to actually trade amongst each other without incurring those fees that you have other exchanges that kind of put on you. You know, when you're doing, and you lose control sometimes. You know, with your coins. Okay, so but you can go to megahootvault.org. I know that the megahootvault.com is being developed, and you're going to have the listings of all the coins and the market caps and things like that, you know, similar to what you have with Coin Market Cap, but this is going to be very much so informative for anyone that's interested in knowing what's going on in the crypto world, and if, you know, to see what's going on within the Megahoot Vault itself. Okay, and again, there are a lot of good features, and I'll talk about it on the next show, but there are a lot of great features in the Megahoot Vault. It allows you to really control your digital assets, and there are going to be some really, really big announcements coming out in the next several weeks that are going to involve Pecu Novus itself. And there's something that's going to be done that I don't think has ever been done. And again, it involves blockchain, and it involves cryptocurrency, it involves other digital assets, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. I can't talk about it right now any further, but we will talk about it when I can, very shortly. Okay, and then I want to close out the show with one thing. You have a lot of scandals coming out within the business world. And I think that, people need to understand that, you don't live in a private bubble. You're a public figure. Everything you do is public. I don't care if you're a celebrity. I don't care if you're a high-end CEO. I don't care if you're an executive of a company. You're under a microscope. So when you're doing bad things, well, guess what? They're going to come back at you. Look at what happened with Harvey Weinstein years later. Okay, Bill Cosby, years later, you can't just pick and choose what you're going to do when you're going to do it because you think you're immune or you're above the scrutiny, or you're above anything that can transpire. Look at Papa John's. Okay, look at what the founder he's going through right now. Okay, one door open. Now you have everything from him using racial slurs to sexual harassment and so on and so forth and all this stuff. And I'm sure this is just the beginning. And it's going to be interesting. But, again, for all you CEOs out there and executives, just work. Do your work. Stop with the other nonsense. Do your work. And just be aware. Okay, you kind of have to act like a politician in a way. You have to be aware of what you're saying. Don't say things you shouldn't be saying. Don't do things you shouldn't be doing, and you won't get in trouble. Anyway, all right. I want to thank you guys for listening, and I want to wish you a great rest of the week. We're gonna increase the frequency of the shows. Excited about it. Excited about talking about certain stock issues that are going on. Very excited about talking about a lot of crypto. And just keep you guys, keep you guys in the loop as far as my thoughts and my views and the show's views on what we see going on out there. Okay, but until next time, you have yourself a very profitable trading day, and we'll be back with you on Money Never Sleeps.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
You're listening to UCW Radio in your face.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.
All opinions expressed by Luis Velazquez on the Money Never Sleeps radio show and its website are solely his opinions and do not reflect the opinions of the UCW radio show or their parent company or affiliates, and may have been previously disseminated by him on television, radio, internet, or another medium. You should not treat any opinion expressed by him as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of his opinion. His opinions are based upon information he considers to be reliable, but neither the UCW radio show nor its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries warrant its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. The UCW radio show, Luis Velazquez, its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries are not under any obligation to update or correct any information provided on the radio show or on the website. His statements and opinions are subject to change without notice. No part of his compensation from the UCW radio show is related to the specific opinions he expresses. Please read the full disclaimer on MoneyNeverSleepsRadio.com.